Okay, on the part of your notes that you just folded, right here you're going to write volume. Prism / cylinder. And we're going to write the formula. Volume V equals big B times H. This V, we're going to label the parts of the formula, what these different parts mean. You can't see it?
No.
Okay, it's volume.
Sorry. You should make it like black. I like black. The color's different.
Okay, V stands for volume. V is volume. This big B stands for area of the base. And this H, the height of 3D figure. So volume equals big B times H. V stands for volume. The big B stands for area of the base. And the H stands for the height of the three-dimensional figure. Okay, with your highlighter, with your yellow highlighter, you're going to highlight this big B.
Why does big B a little thing?
Because it stands for area of the base. Okay? Big B stands for area of the base. Okay, right below that, we're going to write pyramid. Volume equals 1/3 big B times H. That will be revealed to you tomorrow. It is a secret today. Why 1/3? You're going to find out tomorrow. Today, all I want us to focus on is naming the shape, knowing what the bases are, what shape are the bases, how to find this big B, and how to find that little h. Okay? And tomorrow we're going to worry about the 1/3. So again, what does this V stand for? Volume. What does the big B stand for? What does it say above? It didn't say base. Area of base. That's why we need to be able to identify the base of these shapes, because we have to find the area of them first. That is the big B. This big B is not going to stay big B. It is going to transform into something else. And then this H,
Height of 3D figure.
height of 3D figure. And again, if you want to highlight the big B with yellow, the area of the base, we're going to be using our yellow highlighter all through our note process. And our yellow, all through the note process, is going to represent big B, the area of the base. Okay, our bases are very important. Okay. Open your notes up. And if you'll look at the top of the notes, right here it has 3D figure, and along that column, all the way down, we have these three-dimensional figures. I have somebody who's fixing to go for the coach process. Then on the next column it says name of three-dimensional figure. So we're going to look at the figure and then we're going to write down the name of the figure. We are also going to highlight the base or bases of the figures on the figures, and then we're going to determine how many bases there are, then what the shape of the base or bases are. Then we're going to look at how to find the area of the base, and then our volume formula. Okay? So on the first one, take your yellow highlighter. And you're going to highlight in yellow this bottom piece, the piece that it's sitting on. And then it's parallel, because the bases are parallel, congruent. So they are never going to touch. And they are congruent. They're the same size, same shape. Okay. Now we want to name the 3D figure. So what shape is this? Rectangular. Okay, and then brain pop, it said it also could be, I know this doesn't look like a cube, but we're going to put or cube, okay? Because the process to find the volume of those two shapes is the same. And that way we have them all together in one spot. So we have a rectangular prism or cube. How many bases do we have highlighted? Two. What's the shape of the base or bases that we have highlighted? Rectangle. If it was a cube, what shape would it be? Okay, it would be a square. But we calculate the area of those two shapes the same way, right? Yeah. Okay. The next column, with your highlighter, I want you to highlight that big B that is in parentheses. That big B stands for area of the base. We have to find the area of the base of that rectangular prism. That's the first step in calculating the volume, is to find the area of the base. If we know what shape it is, if we know it's a rectangular prism, and we know that the bases, the shape of the base or bases, then we can write the formula for big B. So our big B here is going to say in parentheses, how do you find, what formula have we been using to find the volume or area of a square or rectangle? Okay, so we're going to do B times H. Okay, in parentheses. So basically what we have just done is taken that big B and we've made it non-existent anymore. We're going to replace big B with base times height. So with your yellow highlighter, you're going to highlight the base times height. Okay? We're keeping our base and anything to do with area of the base in yellow so that we know where it's coming from. We're trying to color code things. That will help some of you who are visual learners. Okay. Volume equals big B times H. That formula, just like they said in Brain Pop, works for any prism. Big B times H. And cylinders, big B times H. But where the catch comes in is, what is big B? What are we going to change big B to? And right here, we're going to change it to what we just put under formula for area of the base. So our big B is going to become volume equals base times height, close our parentheses, because I'm taking this and moving it here, times the height. And then I'm going to highlight that in yellow. Okay? So I'm finding the area of a rectangle. That big B is going to become the area of that rectangle. This looks really confusing, and that's fine. After tomorrow, it'll make more sense, okay? Today I really just want us to look at the different pieces and where things are coming from. All right, on this second one, the base is right here. And what shape is that base? What shape is the base? The base is a triangle. Okay. So the name of the figure is what? Triangular pyramid. How many bases does it have? That's one. Pyramids always have one base. What's the shape of the base? Triangle. Okay, this next section says formula for the area of a base, in parentheses. What that's asking is, how do I find the area of a triangle? Alright, so base, how do we find the area of a triangle? What have we been doing for like 6 weeks?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2, or half base times height, okay? So I'm replacing this big B with base times height divided by 2. And I'm going to highlight it because it has to do with the area of my base. Now, on the triangular pyramid, remember the pyramid has that 1/3, and we're going to find out tomorrow what that 1/3 means. So volume equals 1/3 big B. Big B stands for area of the base times the height, and that height stands for the height of the three-dimensional figure. What is my big B going to change into here? Okay, B times H divided by 2. So I'm going to have volume equals 1/3. And then in parentheses, I'm going to do base times height divided by 2. That's coming from right here. Close my parentheses times the height of the pyramid. And I'm going to highlight my area of my base. I'm going to highlight the area of the base. Okay, next one. What shape is this? Triangular prism. Triangular prism. What shape are the bases? Triangles, and how many of them are there? 2. And they are going to be triangle. And we need to highlight how do we know that those are the bases? Because they're parallel to each other. Are they congruent? Same size, same shape?
Those are the flaps.
Right, and they're also, yes, there would be the flaps if we had our net. Very good. How else do we know that those are the bases? How else do we know that they're the bases?
Triangle.
Because it says triangular prism, and it said in Brain Pop that we name our prisms based off the shape of their bases. Triangular prism. Okay. All right. What is the formula that we need to use to find our big B, area of the base? Base times height divided by 2. I'm going to highlight that. That's my big B. That's my base. My yellow over here. I'm finding the area of this by doing this. And my volume is volume equals big B times H. And my big B is the area of the base. I'm going to highlight that. And that's going to become the area of the triangle. The big B is transforming into area of triangle. So volume equals big base times height divided by 2 times the height of the prism. Okay, next one. Our base here is this bottom piece. We want to highlight that. And what's the name of this shape? Okay, we could call it a square pyramid. What else could we call it? Okay, very good. Square or rectangular pyramid. Square or rectangular pyramid. We don't know if this one's a square or a rectangle because we don't have any measurements. But it doesn't matter because we're going to solve for a square pyramid the same way that we would find the volume of a rectangular pyramid. Okay? How many bases does this pyramid have? One. And the shape, we're going to put square or rectangle. Okay. Square or rectangle. And how do we find the area of a square or a rectangle? We find the area, we do base times height of that square or that rectangle. Okay, talking about this one right here. So we would do this times this. Okay, that would give us our big B. That gives you the area of the base. I'm going to highlight this yellow. That's the area of my base. My big B is the area of the base. Since we have a pyramid, it's going to be 1/3. Okay, so volume equals 1/3. And I'll tell you why tomorrow. Or you can research it online tonight.
Oh, I see why.
Big B times H. Why?
Because we only. Wait. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Isn't that the
Because they're free.
No. I'll show you tomorrow. What's our big B going to become?
2.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What's our big B going to become?
I just told you.
Base times height
Yeah.
times the height of what? What's this H stand for? Height of the pyramid. Okay. And then we're going to highlight our base and height yellow because it's the base area of our base. Okay, last shape is a cylinder, and our, what shape are the bases here?
Circles. Circles.
Okay, are they parallel?
Yeah.
Are they parallel?
Yes.
Okay, and they're congruent, right? Alright, so what shape do we have? Did we say cylinder? We have a cylinder. How many bases does that have?
2.
2.
Oh, I don't like
What shape?
You can find like cylinder or those quaker things.
Yeah, oh yeah, the oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What shape are the bases of the cylinder?
Circle.
Circle. I'm gonna put circle.
Okay.
It's been a while, but how long or how do we find the area of a circle? What's the formula?
Oh. Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Okay. So our big B is going to become pi r squared. Alright, so that's our base. That's how we're going to find the area of the base. Keep changing my highlighter. Okay, we have the area of our base. And then our formula is volume equals big B times H. What's the big B going to turn into?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Our big B is going to transform. So we have volume equals, in my parentheses, pi r squared times the height of the cylinder. Okay, and there's the area of my base. This is how I'm going to find the area of my base. And this H is the height of that cylinder. Okay? I've got one more quick thing for you to do.
No. The assignment.
No, with the blue highlighter, the blue highlighter, you're going to have to share. With the blue highlighter, you're going to connect, okay? And from the tippy top of this triangular pyramid down to the center of the base, the height. So this H is the blue, is the height. This H, and you can just highlight it. If I highlight over that on here, it's going to make it really confusing. Highlight your H's. Okay, that's the height of the prism, or the height of the pyramid. Okay, and I'll help you in just a minute if we're going too fast. On the triangular prism, the height connects the two bases, which is this height right here, and also that height right there. That's the height of the three-dimensional figure. Your square or rectangular goes from the tippy top point down through the middle to the center. You're going to know, we'll look tomorrow, it's going to form the H for the height, the right angle. So that's our H in our formula here, and the height here. And then for our cylinder, this height is going to connect the two bases. That's our H right here, and our H right here. These are going to go into your journals and stay with you this week.